I used to think fear was just noise in the dark, something your mind invents when you're alone too long in the woods. That was before I took the logging job deep in the old timberlands near Pacific Northwest forests. The old timers warned me about a thing they called the hide behind. They said it never shows itself directly. Every time you turn around, it's already behind something else. I laughed it off until my first night alone in the woods. We were cutting deep into untouched forest that had been standing longer than anyone could remember. No roads, no signal, just endless trees and the sound of axes hitting wood. By sunset, the others left the site. I stayed behind to finish marking logs. That's when I noticed something strange. Every time I looked up from my work, the forest felt slightly different. Not visually, positionally. Like something had shifted while wasn't paying attention. I told myself I was tired, but then I heard it. A sound behind me. Not footsteps, not branches snapping. Something softer, like fabric brushing against bark. I turned immediately. Nothing, just trees. Still, too still. I went back to work, trying to ignore it, but then it happened again. Closer this time, behind my left shoulder. I spun around fast. Nothing, but the air felt occupied, like something I had just stepped out of sight on purpose. That's when I remembered what the old man said at the camp. If you hear it, it's already too close. After that warning from the old man, I started paying attention to every sound. And that was my first mistake. Because once you start listening too closely in a forest like that, you start hearing things that don't behave like they should. The clopping, the chopping slowed down. Not stopped, just uneven, like something was interrupting my focus. I kept turning around between cuts. Nothing, always nothing. But the feeling kept growing, like the forest itself was adjusting around me. Then I noticed something else. My dropped tools weren't where I left them. Not far, just slightly shifted. A few inches, like someone had nudged them. I told myself it was gravity, uneven ground, anything logical. But deep down, I knew that wasn't true. Then came the sound again, right behind me, closer than before. I froze mid-motion, axe still raised. I didn't turn immediately this time. I waited, because I realized something terrifying. It wanted me to turn. That's when I remembered the warning properly. The hide behind doesn't attack first. It waits for you to acknowledge it. I slowly lowered the axe, tried to control my breathing, and whispered into the forest, almost against my will. "All right, I hear you." The moment I said it, everything stopped. No wind, no insects. Even the trees felt frozen, and then I understood. Silence wasn't safety, it was attention. Something had finally noticed that I knew it was there, and it was now deciding what I was going to see next. I didn't want to look anymore, but not looking didn't help either, because the forest had already changed the rules. I could feel it behind me now, not as a sound, but as a position, like something was standing exactly where my attention couldn't reach. I tightened my grip on the axe and took one slow step backward, then another. That's when I saw it, or almost saw it. Between two massive trees, there was a distortion, not a shape, not a body, more like the absence of the forest being wrong in one specific place. Every instinct in me screamed not to focus on it, but the moment I tried, it shifted, not running, not attacking, just repositioning, always staying hidden behind something else, a tree, a shadow, a gap in perception. That's when I understood the truth of the Pacific Northwest forest's folklore. The hide behind isn't a creature you see, it's a creature that exists in your blind spot. I turned slowly, trying not to panic. My flashlight swept across the trees. Nothing. Then behind me again, that soft fabric-like sound. This time, I didn't turn fully. I just tilted my head slightly, and I saw it, not directly, in reflection, in the curve of my axe blade. A shape standing exactly where I had just been looking, tall, wrong, folded into the darkness like it belonged there more than the trees did. And then it moved closer, not toward me, but into the space behind my awareness, like it was learning the limits of my attention. That's when I dropped everything and ran. I didn't stop until the tree line ended and the road fully appeared, but even then, I knew something terrifying. I never actually saw it leave, and sometimes now, when I stand still too long in silence, I feel it again. Not behind me, not in front, but exactly where I am not looking.